Hello my dear student, welcome back to our class. So in previous class I have discussed some of the types of the companies on the basis of incorporation, on the basis of liability and on the basis of members. So on the basis of members, the companies are classified into public company and the private company. So private company is nothing but these are the companies which are started with some of the private people, and companies ends with the private limited, and here there are some restrictions for the purpose of transfer of shares. Under public company, it is having the company, not the private company, and it requires the 5 lakhs of rupees minimum capital for the purpose of starting the company. So this much of the concept and some features I have discussed in the previous class. So next concept under your syllabus is the difference between the public company and the private company. So what are the difference between public company and private company? So let us know. First one difference is minimum number of members. So minimum number of members under public company should be required is 7. So under private company, minimum number of members required is 2. So that is the difference between public company and the private company. And second one is the maximum number of members. So maximum number of members under public company will be unlimited. Under private company, except OPC, the maximum number of members should be 200. Next one is there minimum paid up capital. So under public company, minimum paid up capital required will be 5 lakhs of rupees. Under private company, minimum paid up capital required is 1 lakhs of rupees. And next one is there number of directors. So under public company, number of directors required is 3. Under private company, the number of directors will be 2. And next one is there commencement of business. Public company cannot start its business immediately after the incorporation. Private company can start its business immediately after incorporation. Next one is there issue of prospectus. So public company can issue the prospectus, private company cannot issue the prospectus. And next one is there transfer of shares. Public company cannot restrict the transfer of shares. Under public company, we can easily transfer the shares from one person to the other person. Under private company, it can restrict the transfer of shares from one person to the other person. So that is the difference between public and private company. Next one is there quorum. Quorum is nothing but whenever we are conducting the AGM, quarterly meeting, monthly meeting. So yaವಾಗ ನಾವು ಒಂದು ಮೀಟಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ನ ಕಂಡಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರ್ತೇವಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗ್ತದ the minimum number of members should be present at to hold the meeting. ಸೊ ಒಂದು ಮೀಟಿಂಗ್ ನ ಹೋಲ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಯ್ತಂದ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗಿರ್ತದ ಮಿನಿಮಮ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಮೆಂಬರ್ಸ್ ಏನಾಗಿರಬೇಕು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಇರಬೇಕು. So that is called as the quorum anta karteve. Quorum is nothing but minimum number of members should be present to hold the statutory meeting. So public company nalli ಎಷ್ಟು ಜನ minimum number of members ಇರಬೇಕ್ರಿ? That should be 5. Minimum 5 number of members should be present. Under private company, minimum 2 number of members should be present to hold the meeting. So that is the difference between the public company and the private company. And next one is their statutory meeting. So public company can hold that is statutory meeting. Private company, it need not require to hold the statutory meeting. And next one is the share warrant. So public company can issue the share warrant and private company cannot issue the share warrant. So all these are called as the sum of the difference between the that is public company and the private company. So these are the types of the companies on the basis of members. Okay, so next one, classification or the types of companies are classified on the basis of control. So on the basis of control, the companies are classified into two types. First one is their holding company, second one is their subsidiary companies. So what do you mean by holding company? Holding company is a company in relation to the two or more other companies. Okay, so under holding company, for study, you must note the what do you mean by subsidiary company. For study of holding company, you must know that is what do you mean by subsidiary company. So subsidiary company is a company in which holding company holds that composition of the other companies and also exercising all the control of the holding companies, that is called as the subsidiary companies anta karite. So that two are totally explained under the section holding company under section 2 subsection 46 of the Companies Act 2013. It is a company having the or holding of another company. Holding company is a company which is holding the another company, and subsidiary company is a company that is defined under section 2 subsection 70 of the Companies Act 2013. It is a company in which holding company are exercising all the control and whatever the powers of the holding company, and also that is 1/2 of the share capital of its own or other purpose. So these are the two types of the companies are classified on the basis of control. And next one is that on the basis of the ownership. On the basis of ownership, companies are classified into two types. One is government company and second one is their non-government companies. So what do you mean by government company? Government company is a company in which 51% of the, that is share capital, paid up share capital, that is held by the central or state government, that is called as the government company. And non-government company is nothing but these are the companies which are totally started by the private investors, that is called as non-government companies or private company antana kariteve. So government company is a company in which not less than 51% of the paid up share capital is held by the central or state government, not less than. Okay, so these are the some types of the companies are classified on the basis of ownership. And next one, on the basis of nationality. On the basis of nationality, companies are classified into domestic companies and the foreign companies. So what do you mean by domestic company? So domestic company is nothing but these are the companies which are formed and registered in the India only or their own nation. Formed, registered and the control in the own nationality, that is called as the domestic company. And next one is their foreign company. Foreign company is nothing but these are the companies which are situated and registered with the foreign outside the India, that is called as the foreign company. Domestic company is nothing but these are the companies which are formed, registered within the India only, and foreign companies, these are the companies which are registered, formed outside the India. Okay, and next one, classification, some of the other kinds of companies. One is their one person company, OPC. In the name itself, one person company is nothing but only one member should be there in that is one person company. He is only the one person company. ಒಬ್ಬನೇ ಒಬ್ಬರ ಮೇನ್ ಇರ್ತಾನಲ್ಲಿ ಮೆಂಬರ್ ಇರ್ತಾನ, ಅದಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ಆ ಒಂದು ಕಂಪನೀಸ್ಗೆ ನಾವು ಏನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ, 1 person company anta kariteve. And next one is there small company. Small company nothing but these are the companies which shall not exceed the 50 lakhs of rupees of the paid up share capital. ಅದೇನಾಗಿರಬೇಕು 50 lakhs of rupees ಏನಾಗಿರಬೇಕು ಅವ್ರದ ಒಂದು ಶಾಲ್ ನಾಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸೀಡ್, ಅದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರಬಾರ್ದು, ಶಾಲ್ ನಾಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸೀಡ್ the 50 lakhs of rupees of the paid up share capital. That is called as the small companies. Okay, so all these are called as the types of the companies which are classified on the basis of incorporation, classified on the basis of liability, on the basis of members, on the basis of that is a nationality, on the basis of some of the other types of the companies. Okay, and in next class I will discuss the next concept, that is a formation of the company. Okay, thank you.